Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Rambling Through Everyday Life with Fran and Angela. My name is Fran, and I am one of the co-hosts for this podcast. We hope that with each and every episode, you will find us talking about Jesus in our everyday lives, while also learning, being challenged, growing together, and loving and laughing about what makes up our everyday lives. Thank you, Jesus, for being right there in the middle of it all with us. All right, you guys, we love you so much. Sit back and enjoy this week's conversation. Enjoy the show. Good day, everyone. It's a shame I don't have an Australian accent I can't pull out. Good day, mate.
A minute ago, before you hit record, when you said, "Here we go," or what did you say?
Something
you
like
said
that.
Something like that. And in my mind, immediately, I went to Church Lady on Saturday Night Live, and I almost said, "Hit it, Pearl." You remember the Church Lady?
Listen, what was that? Who played the church lady?
Dana Carvey.
I mean, those were golden times right there.
We need more of the classic SNL days.
I don't watch SNL at all. It's
I don't
just
either.
terrible.
It got bad, but it used to be so funny.
I know, the news desk.
Yes.
Like all of that used to be so funny. Now I'm like, ugh, y'all are terrible.
Chris Farley and the van down by the river. I quote them at least. I mean, there's a reference coming out of my mouth at least once a week.
I know.
And these young people look at me like, what?
Well, because we have declared not to stay. We're not staying here. I refuse to stay in my Mamaw era week, but that's what this week has been.
Oh, yeah. So let's talk about that,
Let's
Fran.
talk about that.
You should be recovering from a major surgery right now.
That didn't happen.
Let's throw it away.
That did not happen.
Let's run it back to Monday.
So remember, if you listened to last week, I talked about this crud in the back of my throat. And so I thought, well, I'll be responsible and call the doctor's office first thing Monday morning because I don't want to roll up in there on Tuesday and then start asking me all these questions that I feel like I have to lie about. And so the doctor himself called me back.
Did you feel like you were in trouble?
Kind of. I got a little
intimidating.
Got a little sweaty for a second. And I was like, what's going on here? And so he just started asking me these questions. He wasn't a super overly concerned that I had run fever on Sunday, someday. I don't know, one day.
We recorded on
Saturday,
and you had a frog in your throat.
Maybe that afternoon, that night, I started running fever because Easter Sunday, I didn't. So I went to church. But anyway, he wasn't overly concerned about that. But he was like, "Are you coughing a lot?" And I said, "At night, I'm just coughing up a storm, probably because you're laying down." And he said, "Well, with whatever incisions and however they stitch that, heal that." He said, "I don't need you coughing like that in recovery."
That takes ab muscle strength.
I mean, it could just like blow something up.
Could pop a stitch.
So anyway, he was like, "I hate to say this," he said, "and you're fighting something." He said, "So I would just rather reschedule."
Oh, Fran.
So I was like, okay. And I agreed.
Yeah.
I agreed.
And Susie had a good point. You can get through your school year.
Yes. But come to find out, we didn't have school this week. So I was stressed about that. And then I was like,
because we didn't know how you would go to class on medication and do your homework.
I could have had the surgery, probably could have.
You got a double bonus of no surgery and no school and no homework.
Yeah.
So what have you done with all this wild, carefree time?
Well, I still haven't felt great.
You sound like you're still struggling.
That stuff is still back there.
It's lingering.
It's just stuck back there.
It's all the beautiful things blooming.
Well, everyone
make us sick.
Everyone has said that they have had this. I'm like, it is drainage, but it's also stuck drainage. So
it's very stubborn.
It is. And so I'm like, I don't know if it's allergies, but the fact that I ran fever 2 different days. And so I did run a fever one night this week. I don't know. So I haven't felt great. I told you that I feel like I've had this mystery illness that you also had.
Yes.
Because I went to our health clinic on campus one day and I was just telling them I need some antihistamine to dry up. Now all of a sudden my eyes are watering, my nose is running. I cannot stand watery eyes. Like crying all day. I can't stand it. So I was like, we got to do something about this. But I also don't want to be like knocked out on Benadryl either.
Right.
And so, that's where things like Claritin and Zyrtec come into play. So she said, well, I can give you, this was Zyrtec. She said, I'll give you 5 Zyrtecs. They're 10 milligrams each. She said, does it make you sleepy? I was like, no, never. Well, come to find out it does, because I got on the couch, fell asleep at 6 p.m. and woke up on the couch at 7 a.m. the next morning.
Isn't that the weirdest thing?
I was drugged,
You're
literally.
I feel like I've missed out on life. What just happened while I was asleep?
And I could not come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't.
That's how I was for days last week.
I couldn't. I don't know how you function.
Well, I sent you that picture in the floor of my office, y'all. My paralegal, Katie, has little Carly, who was born during the pandemic, who has largely been raised in our office. And that's her office as far as she's concerned.
Yes, it is.
So I have a Doc McStuffins nap mat in the floor of my law office and crayons and coloring pages and all the things that Carly requires.
Yes.
On proud display.
Yes.
So at one point in time when I was trying to work, fighting for my life, I just got down I turned off the lights, got down in the floor, and Katie and Dylan, who work for me, were like, are you okay? I was like, I'll be fine. Just give me a minute.
I just need a nap.
And then I said, take my picture. Fran needs to see this.
Well, I literally don't know how you did it.
I was sprawled out in the floor trying to read a file,
I don't know how your brain functioned, because I felt like I had been at a bar and somebody had slipped me something in my drink.
Thank God we've never actually experienced that.
I know.
But that's
how it felt.
Yes. Just like you're just running in slow motion.
But I can blame mine on Zyrtec. I don't know what you can blame yours on, but I will never take a Zyrtec again. Mm-mm. But it was like she was trying to say, I don't know if this is accurate or if I'm just reading things into things, which is probably accurate. It's like she was saying, as you get older, this can happen.
Oh, great,
like, but we've always kept Claritin in our house, and I can take that, but it's apparently been a long time, if ever, that I've taken a Zyrtec. So never again. Goodbye, Zyrtec.
So if y'all are struggling with the pollen and the allergies, we're going to be a support group for everybody.
Yeah. So
it's a whole thing.
Yeah. No hysterectomy. As our friend Susanna Lewis, I was texting her and just asking her to pray. And then when I told her that it was rescheduled, she said, well, garbage day is coming soon, because we're going to get this garbage out.
That's right.
But it's not today.
Not today.
Yeah.
Not yet.
June 2nd, everyone.
We make our plans. But the Lord orders our steps. There's, So what have you done this week instead?
Well, I've attempted to work. I kind of did a little bit of some half days and slept a lot and haven't felt like working out at all because my energy level is at a negative number of some kind.
Do you know I've not worked out? I have not gone on a meaningful walk since I was at Disney.
Yeah.
And that seems like 5 years ago.
It's brutal.
It is. It takes you out.
Today I have decided I'm going to will myself. When we get done recording, I'm going to go for a walk on campus because I have to.
Well, don't overdo it.
I know. That's what my mom keeps saying. That's the saddest thing.
It sounds like a mom thing to say. Don't overdo it.
I texted her this morning and I said, I'm about 95%. She goes, well, you got to get that 5%. And I was like, I know.
It's so hard to be patient with ourselves when we're just ready to bounce back.
Yes.
What in the world?
What in the daggum world? So anyway, I want to tell you this before I forget.
Yeah.
Because this is so hilarious and so stupid. Not stupid. It's just going to be funny. So FCA on campus is having a pickleball tournament Monday night, a glow-in-the-dark pickleball tournament. And me and Joe Ball are a team.
Stop it right now.
Yes.
I've yet to learn how to play pickleball.
Oh, I don't know how to play. And so this
is going to be so fun.
They asked because they were working on brackets and they needed another team to make the brackets work.
Good for y'all.
And I was like, Sydney, I don't know that Joe wants to play with me because Joe's played.
Oh, I was going to ask you. I bet he's good at this.
And so I don't even have a racket. I'm going to go buy a racket today. And I want to learn how to play. I just don't have time. And that's all it boils down to.
People love it.
I know. So we have a team. Our team name is Crowd Favorite. because we don't have skills to offer you. We're not going to win.
You're fun and you're funny.
Yeah.
What more do they need from you?
So that's Monday night.
So if y'all are listening and it's not yet Monday night and you are a pickleball expert, send Fran some advice.
I don't even know the rules.
It's okay.
I don't know the rules.
Just make them up.
Well, you can't, apparently. Doesn't work that way. So anyway, that'll be fun. And when they were making the brackets, they were like, they start off in 2 different time slots. Do you want the 6 p.m., which is during my class time, or do you want the 7:40 or something like that? I was like, I'll
bedtime.
take 6.
Class time or bedtime?
And I'll just join class a little late, but yeah.
That's a good order. Yeah, do the physical exertion first and then sit down and attend class.
I cannot wait to see how this goes.
We need pictures.
There'll be some photos.
This has got to go in stories. This is wonderful.
But glow in the dark, this is like, I can't see, people.
Right. How does this work?
Yeah. Well, the whole court is lit up in glow in the dark tape.
Okay.
And there's glow in the dark lights.
Don't break something, Fran.
The balls are glow in the dark. Like,
this is so great.
But I'm like,
I love that they're doing that. They, where Cole shoots skeet at Southgate in Lavinia, they've started glow in the dark skeet and trap.
That sounds terrifying.
And they have these like black lights, and you can go on a night and they light it. I can't wait to go watch it.
Yeah.
It's just fun for me to go hang out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Joe and I are representing the elderly.
The crowd favorite.
That's our team name.
That you should win.
Well, we won't. But I also asked.
What if you do?
We won't.
Plot
Because
twist.
The
What
people,
if y'all win?
The people, like they're not. It's open to anybody, but so many athletes, and it's got to be a boy-girl combo team.
Oh.
It has to be boy-girl. So when I started looking at the teams yesterday, I was like, but could you possibly start us off with somebody that we might not get creamed by?
Who might that be?
I know some athletes that have also never played before, but they're 20. You know, so maybe
give you a handicap.
Yeah,
you should get like
I know. So that's going to be a first.
They should have to put one hand behind their back. Well, I guess you just need one hand.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Yeah, I know. Could you close your eyes?
They should have to kneel down.
I know.
I'm thinking about when Cole and Atlas play basketball.
I know.
And I try to make it even. What do we do?
I don't know. But it's just going to be.
They should have to sit.
I'm going to be screaming, laughing a lot, missing balls. And Joe goes, have you ever played tennis? I said, yes, I have. I loved tennis. I played for a long time. And he goes, well, it's like that. Just don't hit it. You're just not hitting it as hard. And I was like, okay, yeah, I know.
Okay.
All right. So.
Did you see Artemis II land?
Y'all, I've cried so much this week over Artemis II.
Right. Okay, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Don't you think it's because Gen X, like we saw the Challenger on the TV
explode while I was in high school.
In the middle of class.
Yeah.
And then I was at St. Mary's and they were just like, all of a sudden, they just turn off the TV, they roll the card out of the room, and it's like, okay, open your math books. And we're all just like, what just happened?
I know.
Nobody told us a thing.
I was nervous watching it land last night because of that. But prior to landing, this whole week, I think has just been the most beautiful gift to us as people. Just understand it, trying to understand how magnificent and beautiful and big this universe, the galaxies are. I think that is just a fresh mind-blowing. It's not like we have not thought about this or seen this before or even experienced it before in other explorations to space and stuff. When people talk about like they were living in the space station for 6 to 9 months, I'm like, how did I miss that?
It doesn't feel real.
No.
And then when in real time, you're like, okay, that is a picture I'm seeing with my eyes in real time of them looking at Earth.
I know.
And God put us here.
And we just are living our little lives down here. Not even thinking.
And not falling off.
Yeah. And like Chip kept saying, he goes, it took them however many days to just get to the moon, traveling at the speed that they were traveling. And you're like, it's so far away.
And then the gravity just pulls them back home.
It's so far away. And yeah, I also was just like, I've become such a nerd of science and space and astronauts and like watching Mission Control like do their thing and the way that they had to enter back into the Earth's atmosphere just perfectly so that they would live.
And no weather conditions.
Uh-huh.
How, like, you have zero control over weather.
And they predicted the time they would land, and they landed at that time.
In that spot.
Like, it's like, you people are absolutely brilliant, and how they can stay alive in this process is just wild to me. And so now I'm just a big fan of supporting space exploration. And I know that, you know, we were reminded that every administration handles space exploration different.
Mm-hmm.
And so funding is different. And I just think when you look at these little kids in space, you know, their little astronaut uniforms, and they're just cheering. And we all are, every age. Like, I got emotional so many times hearing the astronauts explain what they were seeing, as well as
sharing their faith.
Yes. And then just watching them re-enter in the pictures that were shared this morning via NASA and everything else. You're just like, wow, this is incredible.
And they really like each other.
Yeah.
You could tell they had a good time.
Yeah.
In the midst of, like, just the awe and the wonder of it all.
Yes.
You could just see in a way that it was like the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like, we just all of a sudden, it's like, I've never tuned in to, you know, Central Command, whatever.
Yeah. The world came together.
Huntsville, Alabama. We should go back to the Space Center.
Listen, can we just start learning all the things we should have learned a long time ago?
I remember all the things I should know about when I made my little model of the solar system.
Know.
I did learn you can't spray paint styrofoam balls because they melt.
Well, hey, see,
I was trying to make my planets.
See?
And did you see they got a lifetime supply of Uncrustable sandwiches?
As they should.
That was their most requested item.
Listen.
And Uncrustables gave them a lifetime supply. And then I thought this was interesting. October 31st of 2000 is the last time all of humanity was on Earth. Ever since then, there's always been at least one person in space.
Amazing.
26 years.
Amazing.
Yeah, nonstop.
Amazing. And just how your body adapts to that, and then trying to adapt coming back. Their family members. I would have been so scared on reentry. I would have just been like, oh my gosh, please, Lord, please, Lord, please,
And the one
Lord.
single dad, like,
Yes.
to be his children.
I know, those girls. I cried over that. And the part of the moon, the crater being named after his wife.
After his late wife.
I was just like,
Carol.
I cannot take this.
I know.
It's just absolutely wild.
So cool.
Yeah, loved it. Loved it. I'm obsessed, and I'm sad it's over.
Speaking of wild and so cool, something else fun happened this week.
It did.
When Fran showed up at work.
Yes.
She had guests in her office.
Yes.
And Fran had been sick
man.
and planning a surgery and wasn't necessary. Were you in the loop? Did you know what was happening immediately?
I heard, like, I knew
you knew about it.
I knew that this was happening because
but they weren't like, hey, we're hanging out with you, Fran.
No, and I just kind of knew, like, they're going to have their stuff in our office. And so the Tennessee Supreme Court was on campus this past week. And so I roll up into work not feeling super great, and there's this lady. I wish I'm going to try to paint this picture as well as I possibly can. So she's sitting at a conference room table right outside my office. So I have to walk right past her. And she's one of those ladies that I first, like, you know how, like, you glance at somebody and then you're making all these decisions really, really quick about a person that you literally don't know why they're there. You're just making all these decisions quickly as I'm getting out my keys, trying not to disturb her. She's sitting at the desk at our table, and I'm facing her. So I see her face. I see her hair perfectly. Not a hair is out of place. I see that she's on a Zoom because I can hear it. And she is locked in. She doesn't look my way. She's not acknowledging me. And I know all of a sudden I have got to be quiet, and I need to get into my office, hopefully without being seen. And I'm going to exit just as quickly as I can and figure out what the heck is going on here. And so she's very professionally dressed. The few sentences that I heard her speak, I thought, well, okay, this is a real professional, people.
She's important.
She's a professional, important person. And so I set my stuff down, I exit, and I go to, like, a whole nother section of our office to get away. And I run into Joe, and he's like, remember, this is the Tennessee Supreme Court. They're here hearing these 3 cases today, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So that's happening right across the hall from our office suite. And I said, oh, we can go in there and listen to that today, right? And he goes, yeah, sure. And so I thought, well, I'm going in, people. I have no idea what I'm stepping into. I just knew that there were sheriff there. I knew that you had to sign in. I knew that you had to, they were going to scan you like at the airport.
It's a big deal.
Well, listen, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, wait, hang on. Tennessee State Supreme Court. Okay, hang on a minute. What cases are we even listening to today? And so I do all the things. I walk in, and I'm also trying to be stupid with the person that's having us sign in, and some guy in a suit. I don't know who he was. He looked like security because he's one of those people, like, he didn't smile at me, and I'm trying to like smile at him, and I just kept saying like,
it's like when you're cutting up with the TSA at
yeah,
the airport.
oh yeah, that's exactly what it was. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so awesome. This
I'm
is
Fran.
so
Nice to meet you.
know,
We're
like,
glad you're here.
He was like, do you have your phone? And I was like, no, sir. I just left it in my office. Like, I'm like, just shut up, Fran. Just shut up. Shut up. So I go.
I work here. You want to hang out?
For real. Do you need me to get you a Coke? Are you hungry? The cafeteria is right here. So as soon as I go in Harvey Hall, there's cameras because they live stream this.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's all these people. And I'm like, none of you people are from Union. I have no idea who you people are. So I sit in the back, and then I see my girl. There's a panel of 5 judges sitting at this table. And I'm like, oh, there she is.
She's a justice.
She's somebody really important. And then there's 2 attorneys, I guess. One's on the right side, one's on the left side. And they are up saying their thing, whatever it is their case is. I literally, Angela, did not understand a single word. I almost texted you, what does blah, 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 blah mean?
Well, and I will say the subject matter of these 3 cases was not.
I didn't even know what that meant.
There's times that I invite people to court because I'm like, this will be good, juicy stuff to listen to. This was kind of.
I didn't have a clue.
It was more government related.
Yeah, didn't have a clue.
Not real spicy.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But I told Angela, I was most impressed by her because she didn't play around. The guy, the one of the, I'm calling him a guy. That's so unprofessional. The male attorney would just. Like, he would say things and she would interrupt and say things back to him. And I thought, oh, okay, she doesn't like, or she's seriously questioning what he is saying. And I just found the whole thing fascinating. And at one point, she was asking him questions or making statements about something, and he sat silent for so long.
Was it awkward?
Oh, it was.
You're like, you need some help.
Yeah, I was just like, oh no. But I just thought,
he's
man,
buffering.
Her name was Sarah Campbell, and her resume, like, she went to Duke Law School. She graduated with summa cum laude of everything. And I just thought, if my self-esteem was low and I was around her on a regular basis, I would just go sit and watch her because she was just like, she made me sit up straight and act like I can do things.
I love that.
Yeah. And so you helped me understand even how a case gets to the Tennessee Supreme Court. So I'm like, how does this even happen? Like, what? I don't, again, let's go back to government 101 because I don't understand things.
It's so fascinating, too. And I love that they chose Union because most of the cases are heard in the state Supreme Court building in Nashville. And our state is large. They go to Knoxville from time to time. They've been to University of Memphis. And they David Camp, that I work with, argued a case when his son was a student in the law school, and his case was being heard at Memphis. And, that was just a really cool opportunity because his son was right there to hear. I love that they get out in the community and they're able to do that. And it is so different because you think about a trial, or when you see, like, whatever Law and Order or whatever the legal drama shows are, you see a courtroom and you see people on a witness stand or a jury in a jury box. And then when an appeal is filed, it looks nothing like that. The clients don't always even come. The attorneys do 100% of the talking. And when I think about, we laugh about how I always have notes or an outline or something everywhere I go in every corner of my life. And I think a lot of that is from the training and the preparation because here's what happens at the Court of Appeals. You may have 30 minutes total for your initial argument and then your rebuttal or whatever that is. But you may have a statement prepared. Like if I have a trial, I have a prepared opening statement. I know what I'm going to ask my witnesses. I know what I'm going to ask on cross-examination because I've taken depositions and there won't be surprises.
Mm-hmm.
I hate surprises.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go to the Court of Appeals, you may start and they may let you talk for 10 minutes, or you may get 5 words out of your mouth and they immediately jump in because you've in advance they've got the transcript of the trial. They know every witness that was called. They've read the whole script.
They had binders that were like 9 miles deep.
Isn't that insane?
And they were just flipping through them and writing things down. And I just thought, oh my God, it felt live.
Yeah.
And is anybody prepared and know what's going on?
They know what happened, and they know in your brief what you are saying is that they're not going to give you a brand new trial, but you're going to say on appeal, the trial court judge was wrong because these were the facts and the law was not correctly applied to those facts. So you have to prove that. And they have read all this ahead of time. So it's like a firing squad.
Mm-hmm.
You may get 5 words out and they may immediately launch into all these questions and you have no idea what they're going to say, which is why that man, bless his heart, it's terrifying.
Well, and there were 5 of them.
Yeah.
So you've got 5 sets of eyes.
Whew.
Like there was 3 that did a lot of talking. I was only in there like 20 minutes maybe. So I didn't hear all of them offer things to the case, but I just thought, like all of a sudden you're just like, I don't know. What are you asking me? And just,
I'm just a girl.
I know, like, I don't know. I forgot why we're here.
Well, I may be a lawyer, but I have never been in front of the Tennessee Supreme Court other than the one time when I became sworn in. And you know what? To impress Fran, y'all, I brought my Supreme Court of Tennessee Doris Angela Snyder ID card.
Yes.
Because every once in a while, I need to remember that I am real.
Well, it's...
I really did that.
Actually, I kind of do know what I'm talking about. I just love watching a female, this particular judge. I loved watching her. From the moment I walked in the door, I was intrigued.
She owned that space.
She sure did.
She was shining in her role.
And I'm sad. Joe was he grabbed her like before she went in there. I guess, what are you having a Zoom about before you go do that? But he was able to talk to her, and I'm just sick. But it's probably a good thing because I probably would have maybe embarrassed myself. But it's just so fun to be around people. And I get that. You do too. But, in a higher ed world where people really know what they're doing and they're confident in what they do and how they present that, I was just like, girl, I need you to come be my morning pep talk because she was something else.
It's amazing. Well, and like we talked about, my friend Karma McGee is a Court of Appeals judge.
Listen.
Which is the first place you go when you file an appeal. Initially, you go to the Court of Appeals in our Western Tennessee district. It's in Jackson. You can go sit in on those cases.
Listen.
And they do exactly what you saw, but it starts there. Then you can appeal it to the state Supreme Court if you don't like that decision. But it's expensive and it's complicated. But Sarah Beth McGee's mama, Karma, is one of those judges, and it will not shock me one bit if she winds up on the state Supreme Court. But
do judges tend to look out for other judges, or are they just like, no, we're here to protect the law. We're here to, you know what I'm saying?
I think
because
it's
I would also be like, by the time it gets to y'all, this has turned into a whole thing. We're 28 minutes in.
We're going to talk about Jesus and something ridiculous in 2 seconds.
But I'm like, by the time it gets to the Supreme Court, I'm like, are they trying to look out for the judges along the way?
I think there's a professional courtesy to some degree, but also they're not afraid to issue some scathing opinions on some judges. There was a case that I had that was appealed, and I referred it to a colleague who does a great job with appeals, and we were successful on appeal. And respect the trial judge, but it was not a good decision. And I was so grateful because a child was involved in a child abuse situation.
Yeah.
And I just don't think the decision was what it should have been on a technicality, and they zeroed in on that and found a way to flip it for the good of the child. So it's complicated.
Yeah.
It depends. The law answer, it depends. That's fine.
I also feel like one day I want to put on a suit and carry around, what do you call that?
A scroll?
No.
A briefcase?
No, the folder, not a folder, it's like leather.
Oh, a portfolio.
A portfolio.
I will.
want one.
We should do a Freaky Friday job swap. I want to come up here and disciple somebody and send you to court. Can we do that?
I just feel like
I'm going to give you a portfolio and a suit and my Supreme Court card. And you can say, my name's Doris Angela Snyder. I'm here for court.
There was a lady that used to work here. Her name's Kimberly Thornberry. She was our dean of students, and she was before Brian Carrier.
I loved her.
And she would say, that's how she walked around. She walked around like
with authority.
She sure did. And she always had heels on, and you could hear her coming. And she always had this portfolio or a legal pad or some kind of folder. And
official.
And she said two things that I think just, it's so funny what sticks with you. But she said, always take papers with you wherever you go, because it just looks like you're going somewhere important.
Well, that's good advice.
Even if you're just like going to chit chat with somebody.
You have an air about you.
And then she said that anytime she met with students, she told them, no, she wouldn't tell them ahead of time. This was before phones and taking notes on your phones and stuff. That she would, if she was meeting with a student, she would, if they didn't pull out a piece of paper to take notes, she would offer them a piece of paper, because she was implying, I'm about to have something to say.
You better write this down.
And you're going to want to write this down.
I miss her.
It's just fun. I just love
celebrating these women.
I know.
Right in the middle of what they
and
were
an
created
astronaut.
to do.
We had an astronaut, a female astronaut.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway. All right. Let's change the subject.
Okay. Well, we're going to stay on the subject of women that we love for a minute.
Let's do that.
We're going to also, I'm going to give y'all a quick recommendation. Have you ever played the card game SkyJo?
I thought you were about to say Mahjong.
No, I don't. That's complicated sounding.
I don't have the brain power.
Kaylee brought home SkyJo over Easter.
SkyJo.
It was so fun, but also Atlas with some help could be included. So there is a little bit of math involved, but it's sneaky math. Well, I mean, it's just cards.
Okay.
It's just numbers. But anyway, SkyJo, I highly recommend it if y'all need. And it's the kind, like, once you figure it out, you can just kind of visit and hang out. And it is hard for me to get all of my people at the table for a meal, much less to linger. And when everybody's home, I just want everybody around that table. So I am determined to figure out whatever I can do to keep them at that table as long as possible. And even Cole and Carl got involved with the SkyJo.
But Angela, you've seen the videos of the people, like the funny videos of like what happens to my brain when you're explaining some kind of card game.
Oh, yeah.
That's me.
Well, you need Kaylee. Okay. Kaylee's a good explainer.
Okay.
She's a good explainer. Also, I saw on TikTok this local salon, and I'm sure if you're not local that they have them everywhere, but these detox scalp massages, you know, when you go get your hair done and you're in the shampoo bowl and you're like, could you just do that for like another hour?
And has anybody been to a head spa? Because I want to go to one.
Well, I have.
Is this one?
Yes, it's local.
Okay.
And there's actually several that are local, but I thought, what better for the girls at work for Administrative Professionals Day?
Oh, shut up.
So I got myself and the girls at work, and I'm going to report back. I cannot wait.
Oh, I cannot wait.
I cannot wait. And I've got an appointment coming up. I
think I would like, I don't know, unless it's $1 bazillion, like I would want to do that all the time.
It's affordable.
And I would do it all the time.
It's like medically necessary because it makes your stress go away. We're too stressed. Okay. Because last time I said, 50th birthday, 50 adventures. That's one of my adventures. I'm saying yes to all these new things.
Yes.
Everything as simple as, we're going to sit there and listen to the birds sing when I get home at night.
Yes.
And I'm going to go get a head spa scalp massage and tell y'all how wonderful it was.
Yes.
Okay. I have a new favorite influencer. She is precious. She is wholesome. She is the exact kind of role model. If you're not already following her, her name is Emily Ann Roberts.
Emily Ann Roberts.
Oh, y'all.
I just love the name.
She is from East Tennessee. She's like a young Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
She was runner-up on The Voice like 10 years ago. She was 16 or 17. She's 27 now. Blake Shelton chose her. And what I love about Emily Ann, among other things, is instead of letting all that go to her head and change her, she went back to East Tennessee, graduated high school, married her high school sweetheart, has just put her head down and worked hard.
Mm.
And she calls herself Yeehaw Mamaw. I have heard her sing. She did a video of herself singing hymns at Dollywood in that chapel that just gave me goosebumps. She's so cute. She loves to be at home. They've got this little fixer-upper house. Her husband is Chris Sasser, so Sasser House is the account with all their little fixer-upper house things. They've also, and it's all like on a budget.
It's so precious.
They garden. She cans. She crochets.
How do you can?
Oh, she'll show you step by step.
Have you ever canned?
With help. We've done strawberry freezer jam as a family tradition with Aunt Sylvia and Raina and my grandmama. And every May that would. But what kills me with that is watching the amount of sugar that has to go in the jam. You're just like, oh my goodness.
Okay, yeah.
But it's amazing. It's amazing. So I wouldn't say that I'm a canning person, but I watch her and I'm like, I'm going to have a garden. I'm going to learn how to do it. She had Ella Langley on there with her, teaching Ella how to make her pasta sauce. And she just pulls everything off the shelf or out of the freezer. And she made her own hash browns and made a little.
Listen, if I looked at Chip Thomas and said, listen, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Lowe's and I'm going to get all this stuff and you're going to build me what do you call the higher bed?
A raised bed.
A raised bed. And then I'm going to start cooking this stuff. He would look at me like, what is wrong with you?
Well, I will just tell y'all, follow her if you like country music. She's got some just real catchy, fun little songs.
Adorable.
She just got her new Female Artist of the Year, ACM, nomination for the first time. And when we go, every June, we go for a week in June to Nashville for Cole to shoot in the state tournament. And in the spirit of all these adventures I'm planning for myself, I thought, what if, because I'm there for a week, what if Emily Ann Roberts is at some little venue somewhere and I could go see her live?
Is she?
The Wednesday we're there in this week of June, Emily Ann Roberts will be at the Grand Ole Opry.
Shut up.
I've never been to the Grand Ole Opry. Tickets were not super expensive. The four of us are going to the Grand Ole Opry to support our girl, Emily Ann.
I am so proud of you for doing these little adventures.
I'm just determined.
I'm love it so much. COVID killed my 50th birthday.
I know, and that's why you should have a do-over. You should do this with me. We'll be twins. We'll be twin 50-year-olds on April 25th. And we're going to do 50, because 25 times 2 is 50. And see, it's the 25th.
There you
go. That's our sign that you and I need 50 adventures apiece. I saw Dr. Caroline Leaf. I love following her, but this quote, perhaps living your best life simply means pausing long enough to notice how good it already is.
I know.
It's not that we have to go create something we don't have. It's just looking around and noticing and celebrating in these moments. When this podcast comes out, April 13th, is the 28th anniversary of my mother's death. And she was so fun and so playful.
That just seems like 28 years.
Is that right? 98. What's 98?
Remember, we just said math.
We don't do math. She died in 98. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That just is like
she was 44.
A whole lifetime.
She was so vibrant. And a few years ago with the Lord, it finally just was like, okay, we're not going to be doom and gloom anymore. I mean, sure, I'm not minimizing grief.
But it's also your mother.
We're going to celebrate her life by honoring what she taught me and living my life to the fullest. And I believe that with my whole heart. I do that with my husband and my kids. And we're just we're here for it. Whatever it is, all the adventure.
I know I say this a lot. I just, I can't imagine losing a parent that young. She was so young. You were so young. It's like, Was that real?
Was that
she real?
I know.
Because so much time.
I was 21.
And
now
she's
it's been
gone
28
years.
I was 2 weeks from graduating college, and I look at these college students, and I don't give myself the grace that I would give.
Mm-hmm.
I had such a high standard for myself. I always have. And I look at them sometimes and I just think, I was a baby.
Oh, you were.
Trying to navigate all
You were.
this.
In a very complex situation,
Very
trying
much
to
so.
navigate
Yeah.
the loss of your mother.
And then a few months later went off to the terrible, scary, horrible law school experience.
It is just...
I don't regret it, but those were 3 of the hardest years of my whole entire life, trying to understand law school.
I'm about to ask the stupidest question in all the world, because I know the answer. I know your initial response to this, but it's like, with more time that goes by, do you just miss her more? Because of course you miss her.
It's interesting because there is and I know this is from the Lord, but there's such a comfort of just feeling like her presence, I don't know if presence is the right word, just the essence of who she is such a part of my life.
Well, she's your makeup.
My mom.
She's your genetic DNA.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like I forget sometimes with my kids that they never knew her because she is such a part of all of our conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got really weird when I turned 45 and I thought I'm older than she ever was. But there's such a sweetness to it, and just I see so much of her in myself and in my kids and in my sisters. And it's just
that happens
and
as
her
you get
brother.
older.
Yeah. It's really, really sweet. So it looks different. The grief just changes. And then I think about how God gave us, Raina and Sylvia, and how just all the people that are in our life that have stepped in to mother us in her absence. It's just, it takes everybody. And I don't want to lose sight of that. Like God gave us such sweet gifts in that he's provided every need. But yes, I miss her. Absolutely.
Thank you, Lord, for eternity.
I know I'll see her again.
Yeah, and eternity is eternity. So you have eternity
forever.
with her. Yeah,
forever. If I did not know the Lord, and if I didn't know that she knew the Lord, it would be a whole different conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
yeah,
it's sweet. I'm excited. It used to hit me real hard, and this year I'm just very excited to have fun in her memory and just honor her.
I want us to share a picture of her in stories.
Oh, I would love that.
Because I think
would love that.
That's something that when my dad died, people would be like, if I shared something with a picture of my mom, they're like, oh my God, that's your mom. Like they forget. You're not thinking about our parents. And
she was a pioneer in the higher education world back before there was distance learning, just like your program.
Yeah.
She partnered with, she worked for UT Martin and helped bring the MBA program online. Distance classrooms were not even a thing in the 90s, and she was on the front lines of that program, and they worked with the UT Space Institute just to bring that full circle.
Love it.
She was a pioneer.
She was.
She was one of those cool, influential, powerful women.
I would have walked into her presence and sat up straight.
But then she would have made you laugh. That's where I get it from. We can't have it too serious for too long, and it is a direct result of both of my parents.
And I love that. I'm very, very grateful.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that we would be friends.
You don't have to worry about me being serious or intimidating. I can turn it on when I need to.
Yes.
But I don't enjoy that necessarily.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fun to.
For sure.
Especially if somebody underestimates me. Oh, I'll crank it up. Especially in a courtroom. However, I'd rather be goofy if I had my choice.
I want you this week coming up. Lord, help her remember this. I want you to walk down the hallway of somewhere important. Could just be your office. And I need you to have heels on. And I need you to have that portfolio or a legal pad.
Gosh.
And I want you just to prance extra much for me and just be like, okay, Fran, this is for you.
I do have to, this will be quick. I'll tell this quickly. But one day I will look down in the courtroom. I probably told y'all this before, and I had 2 different color shoes on.
Yes.
And I go home, and my mom was no longer living, but I told my dad, and he was like, Angela, you got this honest. He said, I had a case in front of the Court of Appeals that we've just talked about, Court of Appeals, and looked down, and I have on a burgundy shoe and a black shoe. And I said, oh my gosh, I got it from you. And he said, well, it gets worse. My mother was on the county commission. And he said, one time your mother went to a county commission and she had on 2 different color shoes.
I love it.
So I thought,
so much.
Don't think that we're intimidating or too important. The Lord knows how to keep you humble.
I need you to do that this
I
week.
will. I'm going to prance somewhere with my portfolio and my heels.
Shake your hips.
My
just
power
a little
heels.
Bit. I need to hear it. Clankety clank clank. Here she comes.
Except the sweet lady downstairs tells me she hears every step I take when I wear heels. So I've tried to not wear heels to work lately.
Bring some flats in your bag to change into.
I'll just walk a lap. The power lap for Fran.
This is for Fran because I just love it. I'm just like, I'm never going to get to do that.
Oh, yes, you will. We just need an occasion.
Yeah.
We're going to figure this out.
Invite me to court.
I'm going to.
Even if it's just like the 2 of us sitting there.
We should go to the Court of Appeals with just Judge Karma McGee. We'll
I do want a field trip to see all of that.
We're going to do that. We'll do that. And Raina and my sister Danielle work in the federal courthouse.
I mean, that's like, this is just
super
like,
fancy.
people do not play here. I'm terrified.
I try to always cut up with the guards like you, and it's hit or miss. Sometimes they're not amused.
Yeah, well, they
sometimes
take their
they're
job
smiling
seriously.
on the inside, but we need them to keep us safe.
I do,
but we also want them to like us.
Good morning. Welcome to Union.
How y'all doing? Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Memory verse.
Yes. You want me to read it?
Yes, please. It's such good verses.
It is. And I was looking at it this morning, reading it, and I just love it every time. This is Jeremiah 17:7. Let me read 7 and then 8. Clearly, that's how we do things. Okay, that's how it always works, Fran. Okay. Math, yeah. 7 and then 8. But okay, verse 7. But blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. So let me pause and say or ask, is that what you want? Is that the person that you want to be? Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. Because verse 8 is the result of that. Me and you will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green. It has no worries in a year of drought and never fails to bear fruit. I want that for all of us.
I love that. That feels like a hug.
It does.
That's so good.
It does. All right, everybody. We love y'all so much. Have a wonderful day and week. Angela's birthday is fast approaching. And we're just going to continue to celebrate with all of the fun things and encouragement and ways to just honor your life that the Lord has been so kind to give you. All right. Y'all have a great day. See you next time.